Hi, second grade, Ms. Freiberg here. Today we are going to need a pencil or a notebook or a piece of paper for our lesson. We're going to be learning about irregular verbs today. Remember, verbs show action in a sentence. Usually we would add the ed ending to put a verb in the past tense. But today we're going to be looking at something called irregular verbs, and these have special forms in the past tense. On your piece of paper, pause the video if you need to. You're going to make our irregular verbs chart. On the left, we have our verbs, and on the right, we have them in the past tense. They're irregular because we are not just adding an ed. If we look at the verb go, we don't say we goed yesterday. We would say we went yesterday. So our irregular verbs get completely different spellings when we put them in the past tense. For example, our verb go in the past tense becomes went, W-E-N-T. Our verb do in the past tense becomes did, D-I-D. Our verb say in the past tense becomes said, S-A-I-D. Our verb see in the past tense becomes saw, S-A-W. And our verb tell in the past tense becomes told. Copy these down, pause the video if you need to complete the whole chart. Let's look at some examples. We go to Urban Academy. That is in the present tense. If we wanted to put our verb, which is highlighted, go into past tense, we would say we went to Urban Academy. I do crafts at summer camp. We have the verb do. To put it in the past tense, we would say did. I did summer craft. Next, we have the sentence, I do crafts at summer camp. Our verb is do. To put it in the past tense, we would say did. I did crafts at summer camp. Then we have the verb say. In the present tense, we say the Lions Creed during announcements. We would change say to be said in the past tense. We said the Lions Creed during announcements. We have the verb see. In the present tense, I see the class outside at recess. And in the past tense, it becomes saw. I saw the class outside at recess. And our last one would be tells. In the present tense, Mr. Davis tells us about his trip, but in the past tense, Mr. Davis told us about his trip. All right, we're going to start by reviewing our verbs go and did. Go ahead and number your paper 1 through 6. We are first going to find out which verb will go into the blank, how we are going to write it in the past tense, and we're going to rewrite the sentence completely. So make sure you are copying down the full sentence when you're writing it. I'll do number 1 and 2 with you, and then you will do 3, 4, 5, and 6 on your own. Number 1, our teacher blank to China. Our verb is go. If we are putting that in the past tense, we would say went. Our teacher went, W-E-N-T, to China. Next to number 1, we're going to write that complete sentence. The past tense of go. Pause the video anytime if you need to. For number 2, she blank many interesting things in China. Our verb is do. We need to put do in the past tense first, which is going to be did, D-I-D. And we will rewrite our sentence. She did many interesting things in China. For number 2, she did many interesting things in China. Our verb is do. We're going to put that in the past tense first to make it did, D-I-D, and then rewrite the sentence next to number 2. She did many interesting things in China. Number 3, 4, 5, and 6, you're going to do on your own. I will read them for you. She blank a lion dance. Our verb is do. We need to put that in the past tense. 4, our class blank outside to learn the lion's dance. Our verb is go. We need to put that in the past tense. Number 5, we blanked the dance yesterday for other classes. Our verb is do. We need to put that in the past tense. And number 6, we blank to a Chinese festival to do the dance. And our verb is go. We need to put that in the past tense. Remember, you're writing each new sentence once you correct the verb. Go ahead, pause the video to get 3, 4, 5, and 6 done. Click play when you're ready to review them. All right, number 3, do becomes did. She did a lion dance. Number 4, go becomes went. Our class went outside to learn the lion dance. Number 5, do becomes did. We did the dance yesterday for other classes. And number 6, go becomes went. We went to a Chinese festival to do the dance. We're going to review the irregular verbs see, say, and tell for their special forms in the past tense. We saw a firework last night. See becomes changed to saw. Dad said the celebration was the best. Say becomes said. And he told us that we could go next year. Tell becomes told. We're going to rewrite these 6 sentences using the past tense of the verb in bold. We'll do numbers 1 and 2 together, and you will do 3, 4, 5, and 6 again on your own. Make sure you're rewriting the full sentence. Number 1, I see some fireworks. If that happened in the past, we would say I saw, S-A-W, some fireworks. Number 2, I say, wow, what bright lights. If it was happening in the past, it would be I said, wow, what bright lights. We'll do number 3, 4, 5, and 6 on your own. Number 3, let's come back next year, we say. Say needs to be in the past tense. Number 4, you tell Tom about the fireworks. Tell needs to be in the past tense. 5, we go with his family. Go needs to be in the past tense. And 6, we do many activities together. Do needs to be put in the past tense. Pause the video to get 3, 4, 5, and 6 copied down in a complete sentence and click play when you're ready to review them. All right, for number 3, let's come back next year. We said, say becomes said. Number 4, you told Tom about the fireworks. Tell becomes told. 5, we went with his family. Go becomes went. And number 6, we do many activities together. Do becomes did. And the sentence will become, we did many activities together. All right, before you go today, you're going to write 5 sentences of your own with your irregular verbs in the past tense. You may pause the video and use this chart, or you may use the chart that you wrote down at the beginning of the lesson. They are the same one. Our verb go in the past tense becomes went. Do becomes did. Say becomes said. See becomes saw. And tell becomes told. Great job today. I will see you soon.